Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again, and welcome to The Roads with Belle. Today is August 4th, 2024, and this is episode 50 of The Roads Not Taken, which is a weekly series where we go over news that was unreported, underreported, didn't get the coverage we thought it should, or we just found it interesting. Then we go through a few questions from y'all. Foreign policy. So, the big news in foreign policy, which was also about 50 questions, what happened over there? There's been a back and forth between Israel and non-state actors, as well as targets hit within Iran. It's raised tensions across the region and elevated fears of wider regional conflict. U.S. forces have been deployed to the region. Their most likely use would be to duplicate the interception of a barrage similar to the previous one from Iran. But their use, if any, would depend on the actions undertaken by those aligned with Iran. It appears that the risk of regional conflict is being de-escalated, but there will certainly be a round of response from the Iranian allies, and tensions are high. Two mistakes at the same time could send things spiraling and spark wider conflict. As a result of the tensions, citizens of the U.S. and UK have been urged to leave Lebanon immediately. There is early reporting that Ukraine might have hit a Russian submarine, the Rostov-Don. This isn't duplicate news item. It looks like they hit it again and this time possibly sunk it. So we're awaiting further confirmation. China's economy slowed to its slowest pace in more than a year, prompting the government to introduce a stimulus aimed at micro businesses, as well as a tax incentive for those with children under the age of 3. That's right, y'all. China's giving tax breaks to people with kids while Republicans are voting it down here. In U.S. news, Maui wildfire plaintiffs have reached a $4 billion settlement. Former President Jimmy Carter says he hopes to vote for Harris in the upcoming election. There will be a special election in Texas to fill the seat left vacant by Representative Sheila Jackson Lee. It will occur at the same time as the general election on November 5th, and will select the person who will hold the seat until January. The general election will select the person who will hold the seat from January into 2027. I'm sure that's not going to lead to any confusion. The mayor of Tulsa established a commission to look into the possibility of reparations over what happened in 1921. If you're unfamiliar with the story, it's definitely worth looking up. A tropical depression in the Gulf is expected to strengthen as it nears Florida. I don't know why I stay here. I don't. In cultural news, Rittenhouse stated he would not be voting for Trump. And very predictably, right-wing backlash occurred, and he seems to be reversing course. In science news, millions in Texas were asked to avoid drive-through lanes to limit emissions. The National Weather Service also said, quote, "You can help prevent ozone pollution by sharing a ride, walking, riding a bicycle, taking your lunch to work, avoiding drive-through lanes, conserving energy, and keeping your vehicle properly tuned." Ozone pollution is what most of us would call smog. But drill, baby, drill. The Park Fire has grown to be the 4th largest in California history. In oddities, a man attempting to base jump at the Grand Canyon did not survive the attempt. Base jumping is not allowed anywhere in the Grand Canyon National Park. So now we're on to the Q&A. So is what we're seeing over there realignment operations? Maybe. Generally, they're a little more subtle. This seems more like going after command and control more broadly, but we don't know what the targets they're passing on. If any, your biggest clues will be what happens at the negotiation table. What are the signs that Beau needed to step back? One that you all may have seen was he was asked repeatedly, time and again, what are you reading? And I can't remember Bo reading a fiction novel in over 5 years. And he reads a lot. I think another factor, one that hit us kind of hard, was that this summer has flown by. And there were things that we did, and he wasn't able to join us. He felt he needed to be working and that there were things to do. So it's a combination of things. And I'm just proud of him for saying, I have to step back and really doing it. So, this came in more than I would have guessed. Are you looking for more people to be on screen? And if so, what's the audition process? Maybe we haven't gotten that far yet. But if we do, we'll let y'all know. We are still trying to slow changes, still trying to keep the channels where they are and slow. But as soon as we figure something like that out, we will definitely let y'all know. How are you going to prevent yourself from burning out? Bo's tasks are now divided among 4 people. And we've cut down video production by 25%. We should be good. But on this topic in the future, we may have to do a little playing with the evening recording or the night video. But at this point, we're not making any more changes. It seems to be going okay. It turns out that I do have a couple of important questions. 1, are those plaid shirts flannel? And 2, does the plaid shirt collection rival Bo's t-shirt collection? I'm sure I won't be the only person who wants to know. Some of them are flannel, some of them aren't. And as for rivaling Bo's t-shirt collection, nothing I have would rival Bo's t-shirt collection. I don't think anybody can rival Bo's t-shirt collection. It's unreal. Where do you get your plaid shirts? Well, I got them from a place that I don't really shop at anymore. So I'm going to be looking for more now. And when I figure out who has the cute colors and the soft fit, I'll let you know. Will Bo go do relief efforts if needed after the Florida storm? I hope it's not needed. But if it is, I'm sure he'll go. And it will probably be good for him. He likes to drive. He needs to have a place to drive too. And he loves to help. So those things will help keep him centered. And I hope if it is needed, he's able to go. I know you were behind the scenes forever, but what's something you noticed since you've been in front of the camera? That all those things I feared, I had good reason. No. The funniest thing is there's a whole set of shelves to my left that are exactly like the ones behind me. And they are full of props. Like, there is so much stuff in here. And I'm finding my Halloween decorations. So I'm going to have to come up here and clean this place out and find all my decorations because it's almost that time, y'all. But I had no idea how much stuff he had up here. Like, no clue. It's impressive. I didn't even know he could put this much stuff up here. So finding all these Easter eggs, it's crazy. So, and that looks like it's it. So there you go. A little more information, a little more context, and having the right information will make the difference. Y'all have a good day.